Welcome back to the Sea Champagne Radio Show. Welcome back, I Love Music Army. Styx fans, Dennis DeYoung fans, Tommy Shaw fans, JY fans. Oh my God, this feud has just cranked up to high level with the latest Dennis DeYoung interview. We're going to talk about this, and I'm going to share with you what Dennis DeYoung had to say as we're coming to you from Studio One today. And we thank you so much for viewing. Join the I Love Music Army, for God's sake. If you love music, especially if you love Styx, we talk about them semi-frequently, and we want you to be a part of the discussion. But let's get to this Dennis DeYoung thing. Now, there's been a little love going on, in case you didn't know, between Tommy Shaw and Dennis DeYoung. Tommy said this about some Dennis songs. Dennis comes back with the compliments, but he also said something a little bit negative. And, I can't help but wonder, why is he so bitter? What is he so upset about? I've heard stories, and I'm sure you have too, about the breakup of Styx, and it was about Kilroy and the ballads and this, that, and the other, and that's not the kind of band those guys wanted to be in, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But now Dennis DeYoung has came out and said something that I would like to read for you here, because this is just, as straight ahead as you can get. All right, let's check this out. I'm going to read this for you. Before I get to this quote, I want to remind everybody that there was a little bit of a love fest going on. Tommy Shaw saying some great things about Dennis's songs that they actually complained about during that period of the breakup. And then, of course, Dennis sends some love back to Tommy, but he takes a little pot shot. You can watch my last video, and it'll show you what he said on that. But in this new interview, he said this, and I quite frankly, I believe him. This is a quote from Dennis DeYoung. It was a story that they, meaning Tommy and JY, decided to tell back in 1999 when they replaced me, because the story they should have told was, we replaced a sick colleague because we really wanted to go on the road, make some money, and we didn't want to wait for him to get better. That's what happened, but that's not a good story to tell. So that's not what they said when they did the VH1 Behind the Music thing. They were talking about Mr. Roboto, how they didn't like it. There was fighting and all this stuff. And I can believe it, there was fighting. I mean, face it, the album was a big departure from the other records they had made. I can believe that story. But, there's two sides. There's, this side, that side, and then there's the truth. We will probably never know the truth. We weren't in the room. We're only going to know what they say about it. But Dennis goes on to say that he got sick in the beginning of 1998 in January, and then they started recording the Brave New World later that year. Now, it was during that recording that the tour was contemplated, and I said, meaning that Dennis said, yeah, I'm in. Gave me 6 more months to recover from this thing because it's really bad. Well, anyways, they decided to move on without him. They go on VH1. They say all these negative things. And then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose with Styx, and things weren't very good. But Dennis also ended the interview by saying this. He believes that those Styx albums were so successful because all 5 members worked together. And if you like those records, that was a group effort. He does not, in this interview, take credit for, all the credit. He doesn't take all the credit. He says it was a group effort between all 5 individuals, mostly JY, Tommy, and Dennis, of course, because really Tommy Shaw did some great work on Dennis's songs and vice versa. And JY put in some great vocal as well as some great songs and some great playing. So it really was a group effort. The bass player and drummer brothers, of course, passed away. So we're not really going to hear what they have to say. And they were kind of quiet anyways, not really doing many interviews. So it's really going to be about those 3 talking about the band. Now, what I'm going to say as far as this is concerned, because, there's a lot of people out there that are going to take Dennis's side. There's a lot of people out there that are going to take Tommy's side. Who was better? Who's responsible for the success of the band? And I have to agree with Dennis personally. I think it was a group effort because where Dennis was writing those ballads, Tommy Shaw and JY were writing the rockers, and the balance between the rockers and the ballads is what really, in my opinion, gave Styx the success that they needed. That's just the way I feel about it. Now, you could take sides if you want to. I know a way how you can decide whether Dennis was the man or Tommy was the man or the band was the man. And that's pretty simple. Write down your 10 favorite Styx songs. And if 9 of them are Dennis's songs, well, then you're a Dennis guy. If 9 of them are Tommy songs or 8 of them, but if it's 50-50, if it's about 5 Dennis and 5 Tommy, then Dennis is right. It's the band and what they did. So that's something you can do. And in the comment section, you can do that because I read every single comment. I love interacting with everybody. I absolutely do. Right before I go to bed, I read everybody's comment, try to respond if I can or if I have something to say about it. And you should join the I Love Music Army. It's free to join. Just go down there, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, turn that notification button on, and you will be in the I Love Music Army. If you love great music, then you've come to the right place. But right now, in all honesty, we got to pay some bills from the Steve Champagne Radio Show. And we will be back very soon. Take care. Peace, love. Hit that comment button. Go down there and do this thing. Yeah, baby. It's the I Love Music Army. I can't wait to hear and read what you guys have to say about Dennis's latest comment. Peace.